We all hope to age gracefully so we can enjoy our later years full of energy, vitality, and good health. But so often, with age, our bodies start to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy, skin, healing and recovery time, sleep, it all just seems to go downhill. Unless you're using LifeWave. Since 2004, LifeWave has been delivering its amazing life-enhancing technology to people across the world, always helping the body do what it was designed to do, only better. And as it turns out, the best was yet to come. David Schmidt, our founder, creative force, and world-class inventor behind LifeWave technology, has recently achieved something in the field of regenerative science with a single LifeWave patch that researchers worldwide, spending years and billions of dollars, could not. Introducing LifeWave X39, the world's first product ever to activate stem cells. A true breakthrough in regenerative science that helps restore our bodies to a healthier, more youthful state in a way no other product can. The secret? By harnessing the power of LifeWave's patented phototherapy, X39 uses light to elevate a peptide proven to signal the activation of stem cells. Think about it. These are the cells that generate and regenerate all the cells and structures of the human body. They're the building blocks for our organs, tissues, blood, and immune system. They also serve as an internal repair system, everywhere. But as we age, stem cells become less effective. Their ability to repair damaged tissue is reduced. In fact, by age 60, they've slowed dramatically. But all that changes when just one LifeWave X39 patch is placed anywhere on the body each day. Instead of older and less effective stem cells, X39 supports the production of younger and healthier stem cells. This amazing level of control over your vitality and well-being was simply not possible, let alone this easy, until now. And the best part? Like all LifeWave patches, X39 is safe, non-invasive, and incredibly cost-effective. Look what people are saying about LifeWave X39. Backed by clinical studies, multiple patents, and 20 years of development, any one of these benefits would be impressive. But X39 is so effective, it can influence everything about your body, how you look, feel, perform, and heal. It's time you experience the power of X39. Live long, live well, live younger. Experience the power of LifeWave today.
A life empowered is closer than you think. We're all looking for a better way. Reimagine what's next with a new sense of exuberance. Why not power on like you mean it? Or power off blissfully? A better sleep is a better awake. You've never moved like this before. With the energy nature intended. Imagine reprogramming the way you look at the speed of science, at longevity, at exhilaration. It's next level rejuvenation. Take control of your well-being from the inside out and outside in. The light within is ready to ignite. Be the light. LifeWave. You are a powerhouse of growth, of new experiences. You just don't know it yet. Let's change that, shall we? With innovation at our core, we've reimagined what's possible. Harnessing the body's natural energy flow with light. Backed by clinical research, X39 stimulates the skin with low levels of light to elevate a key peptide linked to renovating and rejuvenating the body. This life technology supports improved movement, recovery, and overall health and well-being. You are Generation Awesome. Shifting paradigms and creating new ones. We always knew you had it in you. Now it's time to prove it to yourself. Your adventures are only beginning. Discover the power and simplicity of doing more with X39. Be the light. LifeWave. An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things, like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHK-Cu, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy for improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that can support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
Imagine if you were part of the solution instead of the problem. Imagine if you had the power to help those in need and could erase the pain of others. Imagine if people expected us to be there when disaster hit. LifeWave family members have repeatedly met the call of those in need. Whether it is to provide pain relief, a better night's sleep, or just to have the face of someone that cares, a LifeWave member has been there.
And whether donating regularly to the Red Cross over the years, or more recently with the Convoy of Hope, which jumped in immediately to help those in need after Hurricane Helene, LifeWave has always been there as well.
What happened at the beginning of all this is that we did a conference in Las Vegas, and it was a hugely successful conference. We had almost 2,000 people there for our very first one. We had 40 speakers that came in, professional athletes, professional coaches, Olympic coaches, and a fellow by the name of Thomas Burke approached me and said, you know, this is so phenomenal. I'm so proud to be a member of this company. As you know, there was just a hurricane off the coast of Florida. Have you thought about starting a program to give back? And it was at that minute I realized that when a company becomes successful, you have an obligation to help those in need and give back to those that are less fortunate. So we raised, I think it was $50,000 in relief effort for the Red Cross at that very first event. The members that we have in our community globally are absolutely extraordinary people. They have always been there to help those in need. So we had a situation in Australia where there were the bushfires, and there were LifeWave members that were there to give back and provide financial assistance, patch people, provide medical aid. We've had victims of earthquakes in Indonesia, earthquake in Italy, of course, multiple hurricanes, and LifeWave members have always been there personally to provide medical aid and assistance. The frustrating part for me is that these are people that need help now, not in a couple of weeks, they need help now. And so it was these type of incidents where I began to think that I would like to have the capability to provide medical aid, provide relief effort to people within a 24-hour period.
David took that frustration, channeled that energy toward a very positive solution designed to provide medical aid and relief supplies to people in need within 24 hours. The solution? A drone of all things, with attributes and capabilities unmatched in today's world of unmanned aircraft.
This drone can take off and land from virtually anywhere, carry a higher payload, and fly longer than any other drone in its class, and provide very valuable medical aid or search and rescue operations that other drones can't provide.
We're achieving remarkable results in terms of payload and endurance. As a matter of fact, there's no other company in the world that can touch us.
Unveiled to the LifeWave community at our annual conference in 2022, a plan is already in place for a fleet of LifeWave humanitarian drones to come off the assembly line as early as late fall 2025. This is giving back on an epic scale.
With the patch technology, we accomplish things that no other company was able to accomplish, and the same thing is true about the drone. So we're going to be forging a new path forward for our community with new technology that's life-changing, that's world-changing, and we have an unbelievably great future ahead of us. And I'm more excited now about the future of LifeWave than ever before.
LifeWave 20th anniversary incentive trip around the Greek Isles, and we are having the time of our lives.
Every time I see you, I'm caught up in the feeling.
People are coming from every part of the world, Europe, Asia, America. When we are all together here, we are just one big family.
We are just bonding and having such joy and closeness and so much love, feeling the enrichment of the bonds of real relationships that are precious to me.
You know, LifeWave is about love, and you got to feel that and experience that. And the only way you're going to feel that is to be with each other, and we've got to enjoy that this week.
Every time I see you, I'm caught up in your magic.
The Greek islands are just beyond beautiful, with all the blue water, the white buildings, the blue tops. I mean, it's just such a unique place.
The food, the taste, the smells, the air, the water, so much for the eyes to take in, for the heart and soul to experience here. So these are memories of a lifetime being made. I'm so grateful.
We're here in Athens. We're having a blast. Thank you, LifeWave. We're so grateful to be here.
Dream come true, and we'll travel free, having fun. Look at these beautiful things behind us.
ライフウェーブを通じて今までも一つ一つ夢が叶ってきましたけれども、まさかこういった形で会社から自分の夢を形にしてもらえるとは思ってませんでした。本当に感謝してます。ありがとうございます。
It's a good place to gain more and strengthen up your business, who you are as a person, and how you're going to continue to build your LifeWave business.
The trips are literally a priceless experience. You want to commit to getting yourself locked in on the next incentive trip. It'll change your life, it'll change your business.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Super Wednesday again. It's nice to see everyone back here. So, okay, my name is Alfred, and before we begin, let me remind you, our session will take about 1 hour or so lah. So please extend your fullest cooperation, mute your microphone so that you do not disrupt the sharing session and the presenters or the sharers. So I'm so happy to see all of you again. Again, my name is Alfred and I am with LifeWave. I'm a brand partner and I'm honored to be here. So I grew up in Penang and Ipoh, and I currently stay in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So I was an employee in the corporate world for 23 years, and my last designation was as a general manager for an international heavy machine company. If you have heard of CAT machine, CAT or Caterpillar machines, I was there, right? So I have a small family comprising of my wife, Christine, as well as now everyone knows both my son and daughter. I call them Lamborghini and Ferrari. Why? Because it costs so much to bring up children nowadays. So I'm with my co-host today, Mr. Lingam. Chinhua is, somewhere around Malaysia. And Pochu, who is also inside here. We are all LifeWave brand partners, right? So we get to do this. How do I say? Oops, I didn't stop my share. Now you can see me better. Okay. So now we get to do these Zoom sessions weekly, courtesy of our Senior Presidential Director, Elite Senior Presidential Director, Mr. Lee Jinlong. So it's kind of fun for us lah, right? So I'm going to welcome each one of you here tonight to our Super Wednesday Zoom call, especially the brand new people. I've got an old friend here who have decided to join us tonight. I'm not gonna tell you who she is. It's a she. I met her back in LifeWave after almost 20 years. I've not seen her. Suddenly, she appeared in front of me in LifeWave, and I got a shock. So initially, I couldn't muster up the courage lah, to go and say hi to her. Is that my old friend 20 years ago? So I was thinking whether to say hi or not to say hi, to say hi or not to say hi, right? So what I'm trying to say here is LifeWave can be for everybody, okay? And it might not be the thing that you want now, but it can actually give you everything you want, right? So maybe some of you are checking us out for the very first time. So welcome. We know you are so busy, and thank you for taking the time off of your busy schedule. So we're going to spend about an hour or so together. We'll talk about the founder, the CEO, and the inventor of the product, because I feel that this person who brought us this amazing product deserves some mention here, right? So then we will also have our brand partner, Mr. Lingam, tonight to share about his journey back to health, right? I'll spill the beans a little bit. Initially, when he saw this patch, this little sticker, it was on his wife. And when he asked, hey, what is that? I want to patch. The wife refused to give it to him. Wow, So, of course, he has got an ischemic stroke. He is a stroke survivor. And because of the stroke, he fell down and he injured his kidney. And he was bleeding all over the place. Internally bleeding. So he spent almost about a month in hospital. He was in and out of conscious. When I first met him in Old Klang Road, KL showroom, he was not even able to construct a simple sentence. It was that bad. So, he has to stop and stop and stop and stop and think. It was like, my name is Lingam, that kind of thing. But now he can do a full-blown 45 minutes presentation, mind you, right? So welcome, we're going to talk about the founder and all, but this is why we do it. Jaw-dropping, life-changing testimonials. And so again, welcome. So let me start sharing my screen a little bit so that you actually know what I am actually talking about. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm sure. Oops. Wrong screen. Okay. Aha. Here we go. Okay. So I'm sure you know who David Smith is. Okay. David Smith is our founder, our inventor, and our CEO. So for this product, I was a GM. So people ask me, hey, Alfred, are you sure you're working for Sime Darby for 23 years and you are a GM? And why now you come and do this kind of thing? So I said, well, first of all, I see the opportunity here, okay? And I do not have to be away from my family. That's the first thing. I was traveling out of 4 weeks in a month. 3 weeks, I am never in Malaysia. 1 week that I am in Malaysia, I still have to go gallivanting all around Malaysia, looking for dealers, servicing dealers and all. So the first thing I noticed with this product, it's zero competition, right? This technology is actually the latest stem cells technology or the latest breakthrough in technology for health and wellness. Okay. Now, number 2 is we are a science-based company, 100% science-based. Now, David Smith, from 130 over patents, now he has increased his patent number to almost 200. Okay, so David Smith is our owner, our founder, and our inventor. So he is the visionary that actually provided this proven technology. And because nothing goes into the skin, a lot of professional athletes, world number ones, I'm sure you see here, you actually know David Beckham. To those basketball fans, I'm sure you know who is Ray Allen. And I know who is Michael Phelps, the only athlete who has won multiple gold from Olympics, right? So now LifeWave has a mission for everyone that uses the patches to live long, live well, and live younger. So we want to empower people to live in the light with health technology that enhances life. And basically, we have a plan that rewards financial freedom if you seriously are looking to build your own business, right? So we will do the business part in another different day, right? So this is a video I would like to share with you before we start talking to Mr. Lingam tonight. This is a video of our latest technology. Some of you will see the latest technology here, and some of you will see our latest, newest head office in Utah. Let's take a look. Oh, the video doesn't work. Oh, okay, never mind. Then we skip the video. Now, this is David Smith. Okay, so he is a holder of 200 patents now. And LifeWave basically started or began marketing its products in 2004. So before this, David has overseen global operations of the company. And now we are working together with an amazing lady by the name of Meredith Burkich. Okay, I'm sure some of these leaders, some of y'all have actually met him or her. And because of David's leadership, we have actually grown by leaps and bounds. All right, we have actually won 4 America's fastest growing company. right? And we actually have won 2 consecutive growth awards, 2024 and also 2025, right? And yeah, LifeWave has been multiple recipients of a lot of awards. And it is very important to see that this company is growing, right? A 20-year-old company that is still growing says a lot. It is actually amazing. Okay, so that is that. Okay, now if you have any questions for tonight, you can actually put it into the chat box, and we will try to answer as many as we can. Okay, so without any further ado, let me get our disclaimer out of the way first. So basically, David Smith, as I said, okay, saw the future of regenerative medicine over 10 years ago. And he spent many millions of dollars already with this technology in the lab. So we do have a lot of medical professionals and practitioners who use our product, but Mr. Lingam and I are not medical professionals. But if you are on medication or you are pregnant, first thing you may want to check with your doctor, right? So let me get this disclaimer out of the way. LifeWave products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. Always consult with a physician or other qualified healthcare provider before embarking on a new treatment, product use, diet, or fitness program. What we are here to do tonight is to provide information. So with that, I have the honor to bring on our one and only guest for tonight. And that is Mr. Lingam coming from you live from somewhere in Kuala Lumpur lah. Okay. His name is T. Lingam. He previously operated his own business for more than 20 years. He was a loss adjuster, loss adjuster. So many of you in Old Klang Road will know that he was a man of few words, and when he appeared in the Life Changers showroom. So previously, when I first met him, due to his ischemic stroke, he was not able to construct a proper sentence. Now he has transformed into a man that is, I can't even stop him from saying things. He has full vocabulary of words, okay? So he tells me that he is used to writing or looking or vetting about 100 accident reports per month. That is about 15 to 25 pages in volume. So when he had his stroke, he says that he could only utter 2 words. My name is Lingam. So in sequence, after his stroke, he was left speechless. So please help me type 111 to welcome Mr. Lingam. Over to you, Mr. Lingam.
Hi, good evening, Alfred, and all of you out there. Thanks for coming by today. I've got a short story to say because my full story is too long for you for you to listen for 1 hour. It's insufficient. It transformed my life altogether, and I would say that now I don't have to prepare to speak, in the sense that words just keep coming into my mind, and I speak. Previously, my board, my word board was blank. There are no words. Occasionally, 3 words used to come into my mind, and by the time I say 2 of the words, the 3rd word goes missing, and I'm in mid-air, not looking left and right and not knowing what to say next. I just reversed myself, and I seldom spoke to anybody. If 3 of us are sitting together, I withdrew myself and I just listened. My ears were useful, and words used to go into my ears, and I used to smile and say nothing. That was for about 2.5 years. For 2.5 years after my stroke. And well, after 2.5 years, I came across LifeWave. And as Alfred said just now, my wife was using it. So when I was in Brisbane with her, after 2 months of being in Brisbane, I asked her, how is your shoulder pain? She says, okay, it's okay. I said, what do you use? I never knew that she was using something. She said, oh, the patch. And at that time, she used to call it sticker. That's how I came to know
Sticker.
about that's how I came to know about LifeWave. And I was taken aback. And I said, hey, let me use it because I was full of pain. Everywhere was pain from the neck. So I had cervical spondylitis. I had shoulder pain, joint pain, elbow pain, wrist pain, and arthritis in my fingers, back pain. The whole body was about inflammation. And I did not have any kind of remedy for it. And I had gone through 2.5 years. And I was like struggling, but I was still walking outdoors every day without fail, hoping that things would take a turn. And because the thing that made a change for me was my physiotherapy. In the first 6 months following my stroke, I went through 6 months of non-stop physiotherapy by my personal physiotherapist, who used to turn up at my house by 9 a.m. in the morning, and he used to torture me until 6 p.m. in the evening. And I could walk, I could use my hand and my leg and everything, but I couldn't speak. And during that time, in 2.5 years, all sorts of degeneration was taking place in my body. Everything that you can think of was inside me. I had prostate problem. I was pre-diabetic. I was having, what do you call that? Postural hypotension. I was very disappointed, and I was actually wondering how many more years can I live like this? Am I going to live for more than 2 years or 1 year or 5 years? I was wondering. And now, in this past 2.5 years, about 2 years now, it's like a miracle that I don't have any pain. To test myself, on Sunday, I played golf. On Friday, I played golf, 18 holes golf. Of course, it's not pulling the trolley and walking and all that, but on a buggy. And I could withstand it. And I'm just testing myself physically, constantly, so that I can expand my endurance and strength. I'm improving very, very much. But 2025, to say frankly, is quite challenging for me, because by end of January 2025, I was hospitalized. What happened was that in late 2024, I was at my hospital, and they did a blood test, and the test results came out that my iron levels were low, and the doctor told me that I should take iron tablets. I thought it's just going to be one tablet, but she gave me 5 different tablets, ascorbic acid. I don't know. I've stopped taking them now, and I don't feel any difference, because at that time when I was prescribed that the supplements, they call it supplements, I was feeling very fine. So I was wondering why the hospital is coming up with something, because earlier to that I had cortisol problem. Well, the hospital was saying that I was having low cortisol, below range, and I had to take steroids. Well, with my wife's pressure, I'm still on it. I'm taking it because I'm a stroke patient and I don't want to be guilty of, dispensing with the medicine that I'm supposed to take. So in late January, I had a acid reflux. Soon after, within a week of starting the supplements, iron supplements, I had acid reflux. So my wife said, no, you better go into the hospital and check it out first. I went into the hospital and the doctor says, we have to check why you are having this acid reflux. And she ordered me. I thought it's going to be just overnight. I ended up 6 days in the ward. That was in early January. And in those 6 days, I was doing nothing. I was just sitting about, walking about, up and down the lift, and walking around. I needed the exercise, so I was perfectly healthy, and and they kept checking, and later on they said that I had some infection. I said, what infection? No, we cannot determine what infection is. It is, but it is an infection. And on the 6th day, the senior doctor came together with her assistant. She said, are you taking any natural product? I said, yes, I do. And I showed my phone. I said, I take LifeWave. You can read about it on the net, online. So the assistant doctor, she went through and all that, and then started whispering to the senior doctors, and they were going, she said, okay, tomorrow you can go back. So I all the while have been telling all the nurses and doctors and all, I'm fine. I had some acid reflux, but was not so serious for being warded. But then they came in with an infection story, and I was of course curious, and I said, okay, let's see what comes out of it. And during this period, I was using the X39, and nothing came out of it. And I was all the way confident there's nothing wrong with me, and whatever infection that they can track or trace was not affecting me at all, because I felt that I had the protection. So that was my first hospitalization for 2025. And in March, one afternoon, when I was with my special needs daughter at the NGO activity area, I felt that I had some fever. So immediately I suspected that I might have contracted dengue. The reason why I could immediately suspect dengue was because my daughter, who's 30 years old, she had dengue the previous week, and the fever subsided, and she just went to ordinary clinic, and the fever subsided. Of course, she's young, and so maybe her immunity is very good. So I wanted to be careful, and I went home, and basically the fever was not very, very high. I was not, forced to go on bed or whatever. And the next day, I wouldn't say the fever had increased or anything, but my wife, of course, she is very, very concerned. I said, no, you better go to the hospital and check it out. So off I went to the hospital. And since I'm a stroke patient, they put me through some tests, and they say, no, you stay in, you get warded, and we want to monitor your fever. And the very next day, the fever actually subsided. I could feel it because, I was still on my X39 and at night, Aeon, as usual, when I didn't feel the strength of any serious fever that was affecting my health. So IV, I was put on IV, and I felt that the IV was so negligible that it's hardly entering my body, and I was wondering why it's so low. But the doctors had told me to drink water, at least what is it, 2.2 to 3 liters of water a day. And for me, I'm used to taking water daily after I started using the LifeWave product. And so I kept drinking water and recorded each time I took a drink. And they were satisfied that I was drinking enough water. And that was the only remedy that there was for this dengue. I spent 6 days sitting on the bed, walking to the lift, going downstairs, walking the length and breadth of the hospital complex, up and down, up and down. I even went out of the hospital to have breakfast.
Wow.
I shouldn't say that, but of course they are not going to pull me back or incriminate me for anything.
Yeah, and you forgot that Alfred went and looked for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alfred
Okay,
came back.
I have got a question, Mr. Lingam. What
Yep.
were your initial concerns or expectations about the product? Before you started using it, when you saw your wife last time, you were having ischemic stroke with a lot of problem, prostate problem lah, this lah, your kidney injury and all lah.
Yeah.
So what were your initial expectation, or did you have any concerns about the product before you started using it?
I never had any concern about the product because I was looking for a solution. All the while when I'm walking, I'm still looking for a solution. But I never wanted to go for massage or TCM or any of these things because I was a sportsman and all that, and I know what these things can do. And I felt that I just have to be active, and I had already changed my lifestyle. I was having good sleeping hours. I'm off to bed by 9:30 or 10, and I wake up. Nowadays, I wake up very early. I wake up by 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I'm out of the house. I don't stay indoors. I'm always outdoors most of the time. So everything is there, and I'm of course consuming the aspirin and the statins that I'm supposed to take. I say, what are these medicines doing? They are not helping me get out of these things, and all this degeneration is killing my body.
Were the doctors surprised at your recovery rate?
Yes. In fact, the orthopedic doctor, after 6 months, I went to see him. Of course, the appointment was preset and all that. So, and he asked me, how's your cervical spondylitis? I said, it's all okay. Because that took maybe about 1 month or 1.5 months to disappear. So when I told him that, then he said, yeah, I believe you. He just touched my tips of my fingers and he said, okay, I believe you. And he said, can I give you some Panadol? I said, no, I don't want. Because these things I feel that they don't really need any kind of medication. The X39 was good enough to cater for it.
So all this while you have been using only X39 and Aeon?
Yes.
So can you actually describe when you started patching your initial experience with the patches? Did it cause any rashes on your skin? Did it cause any discomfort, cannot sleep, whatever?
No, nothing at all.
What were your initial experience?
Nothing. As far as the adhesive is concerned, it never gave me any kind of allergy or reaction. because I'm most of the time under the sun and I'm sweating and all that. And it was always stuck to my GB14 at the back of the neck. It stayed there until I take it out. Even I remove it after 12 hours, 14 hours, it's still there. It goes through my bath time and whatnot. Never has it fallen off before.
Okay, so your experience, was it, less pain, or you slept better, or what was your experience?
Oh, that was immediate. In the very first 8 hours that I put it on, by the way, mind you, I put it on at 10 p.m., just before my bedtime, and went off to sleep. And I sleep, and that's the deepest sleep in my whole life. That first night of X39 behind my neck, I never woke up at all. Until 6 a.m., my eyes opened, and it was so clear. And that was, I haven't woken up in that state for 2.5 years, which means that for the 2.5 years after my stroke, I'll feel groggy when I wake up, my eyes will open up, and then I have to feel around the bed and slowly lift my body up, sit on the bedside for a while, try to stand up. My condition was like I was like an 88-year-old man.
That means when you wake up in the morning, it was difficult for you to wake up, lah.
Yeah. To stand up is I'll be stumbling around, no? I have to steady myself and take the first step and the next step and find my way to the bathroom. And
so after using the patches?
Sorry?
After using the patches?
I never woke up that night. So which means I never had to go to the bathroom.
Even with your prostate problem?
I only realized that 2 days later. So I told myself I have to look out for what other changes it's making. And that gave me confidence that this stuff is working. It's not that something that I don't know and I have to be skeptical and all that. Of course, when earlier when I saw my wife using it, looking at a 50 cents coin size plastic material, I thought it was like, it's a con games. I was totally skeptical. I wouldn't want to go near that. But when she stuck it on, and the very first day itself, I was feeling better. I did not have any anemic, feeling or feeling dizzy and things like that. And by the third day, after breakfast, I walked out of my house and went to see my doggy. He was a Rottweiler. He stared at me and he was looking. I said, "Do you want breakfast?" And that's all he does. He stares at me. So I put in some dry food and bent down and push the bowl underneath the gate so that he could get at it. And then I stood up. I turned around. I took 2 steps and I stopped on my tracks. Why did I stop on my tracks? I just suddenly felt that something is wrong. Something is wrong. I was trying to figure out what is wrong. Took me maybe about 20, 30 seconds to realize that today I'm not feeling dizzy because I've been taking high blood pressure medicine when I'm not a HP patient, actually. The doctors had given me that so that my pressure will be constantly low. And for 2.5 years, I've been walking dizzily around, and sitting at bus stops and sitting at shelters. I was like a zombie, actually. And anytime I can just drop and, and the doctor says, no, don't go near the ground. Don't go near the ground. I tell you what, you will feel dizzy. Then you faint. And when you faint, you can have another stroke that is 5 times worse than your previous stroke. And that put the fear in me that I wouldn't want to go and do that. But on that morning, I just totally forgot that I'm not supposed to do it, and I bent down and And then I realized I'm not feeling dizzy. It basically, I'm saying that X39 had more or less regulated or neutralized my blood pressure. And it was quite difficult to understand that. And, the strange thing, after my dengue hospitalization, I stayed there for 6 days. And on the 6th day, the doctor said, we are letting you go. Because on the 6th day, that senior doctor who previously saw me, she came, I know this patient, she said. And for sure, she discharged me. So she said that I'm supposed to go to a clinic kesihatan, the government clinic near my house to have my blood tested after 1 week.
Oh.
The important thing, I'm leaving it out. I forgot to mention the day that I was warded. When the doctors came, they came as a team, and they all said, you have to stop all your medication. What are the medication? Give me a list. And they took hold of the list and said, okay, you can stop all this medication. So I was not under any kind of medication for the 6 days I was in hospital. That means I was not taking my aspirin, I was not taking my statins and all that. So I was feeling very strange. Why is the doctor actually telling me not to take my statins and aspirin? Well, I silently assume that it might not be good for my liver, lah. So I was happy not to be on the drugs. So after the 6 days, the doctor said, you wait for another week and then you go to the clinic and have your blood tested. The reason was because my blood count was low. Held me back down, held me back for 6 days because my blood did not go up from the level of 19 when actually the level is supposed to be 150 to 450 range. So it was at a very low level, but I was not feeling any kind of effects or anything. I was happily rounding around, walking around. I was the only patient in the whole hospital, in the whole ward, I would say, happily walking about. So I had the freedom and I was enjoying the freedom.
Very good, very good. So, okay, I need to ask you, when you use the product, okay, besides helping your stroke and later on your dengue and prostate and all, now everything is solved, is it? You mean to tell me you do not have any prostate issue, nothing?
It all cleared within a matter of well, in stages. It was happening very slowly, like I told you earlier. I have to sit and tick off whatever that I was having, and then I have to tick off. I was having what do you call, the cervical spondylitis was a annoying thing, and that went off, and my cataract, after 6 months or so. Mind you, I started the X39 before the doctors called me in to check on my cataract, and the appointments were already given and all that. So I was applying the patches, and I went for the medical test, and the eye specialist tested my power, and she said, go and get your lenses change. And she wrote down what power to tell my optometrist to calibrate it to. And I went to the optometrist and got it changed. And then
was it lower?
I have not been having any cataract problem at all. I can drive at night. I can do most things.
Meaning to say, when you use the LifeWave, it helped you recover from your stroke, your cervical spondylitis, your prostate, your what else?
My my sugar level became normal. It's now 5.4.
My
And
goodness. After how long? That means everything cleared up.
yeah, in stages, I wouldn't say at one go.
How long has it been?
I've been on X39 for 2 years now.
Wow.
I started patching in mid-March 2023, and now it's 2025, so it's past 2 years, 3 months.
So you go back for periodic checks and also,
Yes.
did the doctors find anything from your stroke, any blockage in the heart or,
No,
nothing?
I feel perfectly fine now. My speech is now, I'm able to process whatever some people are saying. I'm able to process whatever they are saying and respond immediately. I mean, which means I'm quite spontaneous, and I don't have to say
Yeah.
or
I can remember last time you were like that, because you
yeah,
were trying to get your words, right?
yeah, and then go silent.
Yeah. Okay. So were there any unexpected benefits you discovered when you use this product?
Oh, yeah,
Unexpected.
I was supposed to go for a neurosurgery after my stroke. The doctors were talking about neurosurgery to clear some blood vessel which had constricted in my head. And then it was intervened by my kidney injury. When they discovered the kidney injury, then all the attention went on to my kidney injury because I was dying. I couldn't breathe anymore because the blood was flooding my lungs. So they went on fixing my kidney, which means that is the area where I first sort of encountered a miracle as far as I'm concerned.
How did you get your kidney in such a bad shape? You were bleeding internally and what? It was drowning you. When
Yeah.
you had your stroke,
Yeah.
you fell and you
Yeah.
what? How? You knock on it, is it?
Well, I was actually in my kitchen. I had a glass of water, and I was stuck downstairs because my wife was asleep upstairs, and I couldn't shout out to her or call her or anything like that. So I thought I'll just sit at my dining table. So I looked at it, and it's not too far. I said, I take 2 big steps, I should be there. Not realizing my left leg is already not functioning and all that. So I took my first big step and expected my left leg to follow, but my left leg clipped a slight elevation in the floor between the kitchen and the dining. So that threw me off balance. Not off balance, it got me flying forward. And that I was flying forward towards my antique cabinet. So, so I thought, oh, my head. So I still had my senses. I said, I'll break my fall. I land on my shoulder. So I turned around, and I was not sure whether my head is going to get impacted or my shoulder is going to get impacted. Momentarily, I shut my eyes, and then the impact happened. And immediately I could feel the pain shooting through my backbone, my spine, shooting through. I opened my eyes. I looked. I could see the ceiling lights. I said, how did I fall in this position? I was supposed to fall on my shoulder. Because falling on my shoulder is a very simple thing for me because I was a footballer and I do sliding tackles and all that, falling, getting up and all that is not a problem. But on that night, I just totally went reverse. I went upside down. So I fell on my backside.
And you hit the kidney.
I hit my floor, my dining floor. I did not break my pelvis. I did not break my ribs, but my kidney got compressed in between, I suppose.
Your kidney got compressed.
Yeah, that's how it burst. It basically was leaking blood in 3 areas.
What you mean? Your kidney burst?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And the doctors didn't believe that I had fallen down. They thought I was assaulted. So I didn't know. And at that time, anyway, I can't speak much. So, they just went over and and looking for a solution. In that emergency situation, they forgot about the neurosurgery. So until today, nobody has addressed my neurosurgery. And I'm feeling good and fine now. I can speak, I can talk, and I'm also thinking of returning to my old profession because I feel that I can be still useful. And I will slowly work out something in the coming months to do something that is suited to my past experience.
Meaning to say that all your health issues after 2 years of patching has gone off.
Yeah.
Wow.
I cannot recall of any shortfall or any problematic issue now.
So besides using the patch, did you do anything different to regain back your health?
Well, I only have my meals at home. My wife cooks the food, home cooked food every day. I seldom eat at shops or restaurants or anything like that. And the food quality is taken care of. The other thing is my lifestyle. I go out every day. I'll just park my car and just walk around the shops everywhere, wherever I have a tesi or coffee or whatever. I'll sit down and have a coffee and walk. That's
So
my.
what diet do you put yourself on? Do you take meat or are you a vegetarian or?
No, I take ordinary food, but of course now, since I'm told that I'm deficient in iron, I take more lamb and whatever other beetroot and such stuff like that. So it's a combination of myself taking care of my own health and X39 doing its part, which I'm very, very convinced that it has. And my 2 hospitalizations this year and coming out unscathed without any problem, it convinces me that I will carry on with X39.
Okay. So how does, I'm sure you have experienced other health products before, right? I mean, like supplementations and all. Do you take supplementations? No?
Earlier to my stroke, I used to have multivitamins and of course the cod liver oil or whatever, the pills.
So how does this product compare to the other similar products you have used in the past?
Incomparable. It's incomparable. This is a different level at all. It's just
easy to use, patch and go.
Yeah, patch and go. And it's useful for outdoor men. I don't have to come back.
What are your favorite features of this product and why?
I'm very, very grateful that it has solved all my medical shortages and medical handicaps. I have nothing to complain about my medical standing now.
But did the doctor tell you that, oh, it's quite difficult for you to regain back your whatever as per last time? Now you have proven them wrong?
Well, the doctors told my wife when I was being discharged, well, you can expect dementia and loss of memory.
Dementia?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was in that shape. I was in very, very bad shape. Very bad shape. I'm totally the reverse.
That's a lot of things, you know. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you know, stroke, your spine, your everything. Now dementia also come in. Ayo.
Yeah. But I think at that stage, yeah, I maybe I couldn't recall a lot of things, or like I say, my word board was blank. There was nothing in my mind.
Okay. So how often do you use this product? Every day?
No, not anymore. After about a year and a half, I've slowed down because it is a drain on my finances, and I'm not a really good brand partner. so, so I just reward myself, say, twice a week or 3 times a week.
I see.
Just before, I time it just before going for golf. I have a weekly golf round. So just before that, 2 days before the golf, I have it, and I'm feeling invigorated and having all the strength, and I'm able to perform.
Yeah. So what advice would you give to someone considering purchasing of this product?
I think you can, even if you don't have a budget, you can see the benefits it has. And based on the benefits, you should not just walk away. You should look at the benefits and look at how I have benefited. And it's well worth the money, worth every cent that I spent.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your overall satisfaction with this product?
Well, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Because there's nothing that comes close to this. I tell you, I went through torture, when you're having back pain or, neck pain, having incontinence. My incontinence as well.
Incontinence also?
Yeah. The incontinence went off in the first 8 hours lah. Because the first night, remember I told you the first night, I did not wake up for 8 hours. In that 8 hours, I would have gone to the bathroom twice.
Oh.
And so it says that then I kept noticing for a week. Even during the daytime, I actually reduced my visits to the bathroom. I was having a bit of annoying time with that, because when I go out to KL and have to drive back to Shah Alam, first as I'm nearing, and then I have the urge, and I tell you, going through incontinence is terrible. I've experienced everything, so it was a great relief to not have this problem.
Wow, you really almost have everything under the sun already, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, would you recommend this product to others? And why?
Why? Well, when I came out of hospital, when I comb my hair, to see clumps of hair coming out, I thought I'll be bald very soon. And so
what happened? That one is caused by the medication or what?
I must be whatever that was pumped into my body during my hospitalization.
Oh.
There was no other reason.
You were losing a lot of hair, is it?
Yeah. I was losing a lot of hair. And now I find that my fingernails are as strong as anything, and they are growing. I mean, I have to cut them on a weekly basis, at least 7-10 days time.
Wow.
Otherwise, they grow too long.
Okay. Your hair?
My hair is as healthy as normal. It has not lessened. Doesn't has ceased to drop. So I've got no complaints about the hair.
I see. Okay. So, do you have any concerns that stops you from sharing this technology with other people?
No, it's not that, but I had one or two bad experiences when I was starting off, because when I couldn't speak in the early stages, I can't really represent this product well enough. You know, so people who listen to me and all, they think that, you know, this guy is not well, can't speak and all that, so they did not find it convincing. But now, if you tell me to speak to someone, a stranger, I can easily do it, because now words come to my mind without me prodding it. So it's so much easier to do it now. That's the reason.
Okay, that my last question for you before we go tonight. You were a business owner last time.
Yes.
You own a business, right? So would you recommend doing or building LifeWave to people?
Yes. I won't hesitate.
Okay. So is it different from a normal conventional business? Because you were a business owner last time.
Yeah.
Was it different? Is it different doing LifeWave and you know splurging your money, trying to do business? You know, is there a difference? Is there a very big difference?
Yeah, that the business that I was doing, I had been doing it for 40 years. Whereas this is something new. So I'm not into this lifestyle or habitually into this this type of what do you call that? Having to sell, because I'm more used to services. Well, this is also service. It's a service. Actually, explaining somebody about LifeWave is actually a service. But somehow you get more people who don't trust or don't believe, which is true, because I was very cynical about it before. Skeptical, rather. Not sorry. It shouldn't be, the word shouldn't be cynical, skeptical.
But you now advocate for it, right?
Yes, of course.
And you would basically tell, well, you should go and try and build a LifeWave business. It's very meaningful, yeah? Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. Lingam, for your awesome sharing tonight. We hope that you grow from strength to strength, you get back your health and all. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we go, I would like to just get us through some upcoming events. This is a sneak peek of what is coming up. So if you know, most of you, there's a promotion going on. From 16 June is already started and it's going to end on the 29th June at 11:59 p.m. You will save 20% on your energy enhancer when you buy an X39. So brand partners, your discounted price will be 155.91 USD. Yeah. So please take note, it ends on 29 June, which is another 11 days to go. At 11:59 p.m. You get your energy enhancer at 20% lower, right? So every day, yes, we have our business opportunity presentation in our Old Klang Road showroom. Now, for those who are interested, please bring your prospects and please bring yourself and your business partners to understand a little bit more about the technology and the concerns about today's health. We will actually go through the photobiomodulation technology, the reactivation of and production of stem cells, awakening the self-healing mechanism with light. Yeah. So we are on every day, come rain or shine or public holiday or even Sultan Agong's birthday or our own birthday, we still go on. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday will be in English. And every day it is at 2 p.m. Okay, again, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, we have English presentation, okay, at 2 p.m. every day without fail. And if you have Chinese speaking prospects, I'm sure all of us here are bananas. I'm a banana. I cannot speak Mandarin. I understand a little bit. So you might want to bring them to our Mandarin session, which happens on Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. Everything is 2 p.m. All right. It is at our Old Klang Road showroom, Resource Industrial Center. Okay. So next up, this Saturday, yes, in another few days time, 3 days time, we are having our Mega Johor. This is our first Bahasa Malaysia session in Johor, which will happen in Trove Hotel, Grand Columbus Hall, level 10. Okay, where we have our Executive Director, Nur Diana, our Executive Director, Fauzia Muhammad Tabi, or Coach G, and basically a few other senior directors such as Roshana Supar, Sumarwan, and Rosnita Mohammed, doing things like, testimonials. If you don't know it, you will not love it. Marketing techniques and the, how do you say, dare to change platforms for success. Okay, everything will be in Bahasa Malaysia. So if you have any friends who would like to join this, please get your tickets from your leaders. Yeah, it happens on the 21st June from 10 in the morning to 12 in the afternoon, right? So we will also have an English session for our product knowledge, where we discover what are the common causes of pain and how natural tools like anti-inflammatory foods and trace mineral can help. Learn how that Ice Wave, YH Aeon, and X39 patches support natural pain relief without drugs and recovery process. It's going to happen on the 24th of June, next coming Tuesday, 7 to 8 p.m. And it's done by none other than Shirley Kaur, our marketing manager of LifeWave Malaysia. This is via Zoom, 7 to 8 p.m., right, on Tuesday. So moving up, we have our first, basically our first expo, coming to meet everyone in Mid Valley Exhibition Center. It will happen from 27 to 29 June, in the Health and Beauty Expo. Do come and meet us every day, 27, 28, and 29, from 10:30 to 10, okay, or 9:30 like that lah, right? 10 to 10 basically. Okay, we are in Mid Valley Exhibition Center in Kuala Lumpur. Okay, so moving up next, we will have an amazing time with everyone. Please come for this. If you are interested, tickets are on sale. The early bird tickets are already sold out. Now the tickets will be at 70 per ticket. Okay, this is a grand recognition. It happens on 12 July, which is a Saturday from 2 to 5 p.m. Right? We have people like SPD, elite SPD James Lowe, elite SPD Li Jinlong, coming to us live, and our President of Asia Pacific, Dr. Edward Chu, will also make an appearance. Our beloved country manager, Mr. Casey Howe, will also be delivering subjects like belief, trust, success, shaping the future with LifeWave. And, basically, we also have a path of hope, life transform. And then we also have change starts with you, the courage to begin again, leading with grace, unsung heroine, the power of culture and teamwork. There are a lot of amazing sharing and meaningful, powerful topics that we will basically go through. And knowing LifeWave, we will have a lot of lucky draw, right? The most important is we also have a finale performance by the very famous Bella Astila. Okay, so we will have a lot of lucky draws. Please come. It is in Grand Nexus Ballroom, level 3A, Bangsa South, where we will have an amazing time with all of you. Okay, so with that, we have come to the end of Super Wednesday. For some of you, this may be the last time we see each other, but before we say goodbye, we need to remind you, you deserve to be successful and express all your hidden talents. Everyone here believes in you. Okay? Now, I always think about this. Helping people grow and achieve their dream is the fastest route to success. And I also believe to succeed in business and in life, the extra mile in helping someone solve the problem is very important. Please go that extra mile, right? So for all of you who join us today on Super Wednesday, thank you for giving yourself the opportunity to understand more about LifeWave. This sharing couldn't be possible without all of you. I want to say a massive thank you to our sharer tonight. Amazing sharing, Mr. Lingam.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for your amazing sharing. I think everyone learned a lot about prostate lah, cervical spondylitis lah, prostate lah, kidney issue. Wow.
Yeah.
I handful tonight. It was an amazing sharing. So for everyone else, thank you for having us. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We enjoy each and every second we had together with all of you, right? So ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of today's Super Wednesday Zoom session. Have an amazing weekend. We will see you again next one. Same time, same day next week. Good night. This is Alfred and Lingam with the Super Wednesday team of Jinhua and Pochu. Signing off for this edition of Super Wednesday. Bye-bye, everyone.